Hey guys, Alex here from brightdog.com. Before I get into this video, I wanted to put a warning. What you're about to see and what I'm going to do in this video, please do not attempt. I'm doing something as a trained professional who's been working with dogs for over 10 years, and what I'm going to do is for an educational purpose and to teach people how to stay safe around dogs and a couple other things as well. So, fair warning, do not attempt what I am about to do. Now, I talk a lot about bite inhibition, how as puppies, you need to allow puppies to gently bite on you, and that stopping puppy biting altogether is a huge mistake. Because when you do that, puppies never learn bite inhibition. And bite inhibition is what teaches a dog to have a soft jaw, to control the power of their mouth. And if you don't teach a puppy bite inhibition, what ends up happening is you get an adult dog who never learned how powerful their jaw is. And one day when you're petting them and you touch them someplace and they're injured, and they go to turn and snap at you to tell you they're injured, they're going to do a lot of damage if they haven't been taught bite inhibition. A dog who has bite inhibition and gives a warning snap is not going to cause any serious harm. They shouldn't even break the skin, right? So bite inhibition is a really important thing. And with my own dog, you know, they've done studies on the bite force of different breeds of dogs, all right? Pit bulls came in around, I think, 235 pounds of pressure per square inch. German Shepherds came around very similar, 230, somewhere in that range. Rottweilers came in at over 300, I think it was around 330 pounds of pressure per square inch in their jaw, all right? So one of the breeds of dogs that has the strongest, most powerful jaw, right? That's what I'm going to use to demonstrate this with. And this is my own dog, Max, all right? It's a dog who knows me. This is a dog that I've had since he was 8 to 10 weeks old, all right? This is a dog I personally taught bite inhibition to. And I know that he has a very safe jaw. And I want to demonstrate this to you, number one, to show you why it's so important to teach bite inhibition. But number two, and a more important reason, is to teach people how to look for warning signs that a dog is going to bite, right? Now, there's so many signs that dogs give off that are very clear. That means they're nervous, they're uncomfortable, they want us to stop what we're doing. And if we ignore them and the dog bites us, dog is 100% right to bite us, because they can't verbally speak to us in English or whatever language you speak, say, hey, stop doing that, I don't like that. So snapping or biting is their way of communicating that, you know, I really don't like what's going on. And bites are very predictable. Dog bites do not come out of the blue. Dog bites do not happen without warning. They're very, very, very predictable, okay? So you're gonna see a progression here. Now, there's so many videos out there of dogs doing things and you know, maybe either going after another dog, going after people. So many videos on YouTube, and as easy as it would be for me to just show those videos and talk over them and explain what's going on, I don't want to use other people's videos to do that. So that's the reason why I'm, you know, using my own dog to do this for and give you guys an example, okay? So I'm going to show you now and kind of walk you through the process and warning signs that are eventually going to lead up to my dog snapping at me. And then show you also how one incident, okay, one isolated incident, you can't judge a dog's entire behavior, personality off of that. My dog has pretty good obedience. He sits, he lays down, he stays, he comes when I call him, he leaves it, he drops it, okay? So just because my dog is going to snap at me now doesn't mean that our relationship is ruined. It doesn't mean that he doesn't like me anymore. It doesn't mean any of that. One isolated incident is just simply that. It's an isolated incident. Within a few minutes, he forgets that even happens. Now, if the behavior you're going to see me do to him, if this was something that I did to him, you know, every single day for hours on end, then yes, then I'm creating a problem. But doing something one time is not going to, like this, at least what I'm doing, is not going to ruin your dog's, you know, behavior. And this is an important thing to keep in mind, that if you have a dog that snaps at somebody, that snaps at a child, that snaps at another dog, that maybe actually makes contact, okay? It's not a death sentence for your dog. It doesn't mean that your dog is aggressive. It doesn't mean your dog has to be euthanized. It doesn't mean your dog is a danger to society. One isolated incident is not a huge deal, okay? If there's a pattern of incidents, then that means we need to you know, look at the dog's behavior. For my dog has never bitten anybody. My dog's never even put teeth on another person or dog in an aggressive way, okay? So I know my dog's track record is absolutely perfect. So what I'm about to do here, what you see is going to be just simply, like I said, an isolated incident, you know, just as a learning experience for people to see, okay? So let me show you what's going to happen here. So this is Max, and he's going to be this is my dog that I've had his entire life, rather. And he's going to be the dog that I use to show you guys, you know, how these warning signs lead up to a bite, okay? Now, when a dog snaps at you and makes contact, it gets so blown up or out of proportion. You have to take it in context with the situation. What I'm about to do now, he's 100% right to snap at me, okay? And air snapping or even making contact lightly is no different than somebody coming up to me and getting in my face and annoying me and me asking them to stop and they don't stop, and I ask again to stop and they don't stop, so then I push them away. Right? That's essentially what's going to happen here. But the important thing is that I'm going to tell you and show you the signs that are going to lead up to him snapping. I'm going to be able to know exactly when he's going to snap at me because the warning signs are very, very clear, okay? And this is my own dog. The warning signs that you're going to see with him are signs you can see with any dog. It's not just him. The things we're going to look for are licking his lips, yawning, blinking rapidly, looking away from me, maybe even getting up and trying to walk away from me because he doesn't like what I'm doing. All warning signs of him saying, stop what you're doing, I don't like it. And if I continue to do them, which for this instance I'm going to do as an example, he's going to snap at me. Now, again, I know he has great bite inhibition because as a 8-week-old puppy, I taught him how powerful his jaw is. So in this instance, when I annoy him enough and he decides to say, okay, stop it, you're bugging me, leave me alone, he's going to clamp down on me. But he's not going to break. He tired? I know. Very hot today. He's very tired. When he does eventually do something to me, he's not going to break the skin. He's not going to break my bones. He's going to make very light contact. And he's going to let go instantly. He's not going to hold on. It's going to be a very quick, it's a warning. And if from there I continue to do something and provoke him, then maybe eventually, yeah, he could potentially bite to do damage. But in this instance, this is just about looking for warning signs, how they progress, and how it leads to, you know, a warning bite or a snap. Okay, so I'm not really sure. I've never done this with him before, so I'm really not sure what I'm going to do here to get him to snap, because he's pretty well. He's very well socialized, and he's used to being touched pretty much all over the place. So I'm going to kind of just do some things and see what he does and look for the signs. So just there, he started licking his lips a little bit as I'm kind of pulling on his cheek. Are you sleepy? Okay, so he's licking his lips. Him moving his head up and trying to get me to let go. There's resistance. Okay, now he's pawing at me. So he's literally trying to push my hand away from his face because he doesn't like it. So I continue to do it again. Got your cheek. Got your cheek. Got your cheek. Whose is this? What's your nose? Got your nose. Got your nose. Okay, lick his lips. Lick his lips again. I got your nose. I got your nose. Lick his lips again. So he's giving me very clear signs. Lick his lips again, saying, leave me alone, I don't like this. Licking his lips again. What about your ear? What about your ear? I got your ear. I got your ear. What about your nose? Lick his lips again. Lick his lips again. You don't mind that too much? So he doesn't really like it, but that's not escalating. Let's see, maybe I know he doesn't really like his feet being touched, so maybe this will do something. Got your little feet. Can I see your feet? Can I see your feet? Licking his lips. Licking his lips. His lips starting to go up. Lips going up. Okay. Next. So he's getting very, very close there. Lips going up, lips going up, lips going up. Lip is very high up. Licking his lips, licking his lips, licking his lips. Lip is up, lip is up, lip is up. Licking his lips. We're getting very close, very, very close. Lip is lip, upper lip is up, and okay, there it is. Thank you. Okay, I'm not bleeding. I'm not. I don't even have red marks. My hand is not broken. My fingers all move. Okay, and that was totally predictable. Thank you. Right? He's not angry with me. He's not mad at me. He's, you know, perfectly fine. Now, come kiss. Give me a kiss. Okay? Our relationship is not ruined. It was an isolated incident, and this is a very, very important thing. That you know, whenever you think a dog has had an aggressive response or is dangerous, you know, you have to look at the instance. What just happened here? Does this mean that Max is aggressive and shouldn't be around people or dogs? Of course not. Every single thing I just did was completely wrong. He gave me, I can't even count how many warning signs that he didn't like what I was doing, right? Because he has good bite inhibition, and this is why for people with puppies who are watching this, young puppies that are mouthing you, this is why it's so important that you don't stop the biting before you've taught them bite inhibition, okay? Because if Max, for example, was actually injured, okay? I'm touching him somewhere and all of a sudden I touch him where he's hurt. That's the kind of bite he's gonna give me because he knows how powerful his jaw is. He's not gonna hurt me. If I hadn't taught him bite inhibition, then when he goes to give me that warning bite, if he wanted to, he easily could break my wrist, okay? But he's not going to because he has good bite inhibition. And this is one of the big takeaways of why I'm doing this video, okay? Rottweilers, I mean, you can see his jaw, how big it is. You can look at these teeth, all right? One of the strongest jaws of any dog. And so if I can teach bite inhibition to a dog of this size and of this much power, there's no reason that, you know, you can't teach bite inhibition to dogs of any other breed. Any breed can learn this. It's also important that you see those warning signs, okay? Dog bites are preventable. There's warning signs. Dogs do not bite for no reason just because they felt like it one day, okay? So pay attention to this. Hopefully this video has given you a little bit of insight as to why, you know, teaching bite inhibition is so important. It's giving you a first-hand example of how to look for warning signs for a dog that is going to potentially bite or snap. It just gives you kind of an idea as to, you know, what you should be able to expect from a dog who has good bite inhibition. Thanks.